ready? Are we ready? We're almost, there we go. Come on. Hello, everybody. This is Danny.
And Wanda.
From Deep South Homestead. We will sit here and we will wait for everybody to join in.
Oh, people are going to pop in. You might as well start talking.
I'm going to just sit here and wait. Other YouTubers do it.
I don't think so. We are
not. I do. I know several of them just sit there and just doodle around and don't do nothing until people start popping in.
Just start talking.
But there's nobody to talk to.
Talk to me then.
There we go. There's Miss Denise and Craig and Red and New Day and Susan and all the funny people in the world are just joining right in here with us. Thank you guys. We love y'all so much. We were thinking we were going to be all alone.
No.
Not really.
Let me turn this off. I did forget.
You did forget to turn another one of them off? Okay. The Music Whale joins in.
And
next, there comes Anna Williams and Kubota Acres and Lake Effect. We're all going to jump in right on top of us.
Yep, that's okay.
That's all right. Thank you guys for coming in here tonight. Maybe just us. I don't know. There's Mrs. Jennifer from the Nut House and Ms. Rebecca in Sugar Creek. Lou Just Lou, Charlotte, Courtney, Dolly, Breeze, Glenn, Papa, Christy, all of them. How about you?
And Linda and Dixie and Fly.
This sounds like Romper.
Firefly Moon Pie. I will never say that right.
Sounds like Romper Room, don't it?
It does.
It does. We're all here, guys, tonight to have a good time.
And if you don't worry about it, he gets a little weird sometimes.
I do get a little weird sometimes. I feel like it's better to get a little weird than to cry.
And that makes me cry. Just saying.
Oh.
Okay, I saw Country Homestead, Texas Plow Girl.
Yeah.
Country Homestead Preacher, hello.
There's so many of these people right now that's being covered up in snow. Do you realize that?
Yeah, and Tamara and Mama and Baby
all of them
Bear's
are being
Garden.
covered up. Is everyone from the lake of the... Hi, everyone from the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. Oh, I love the Ozarks in Missouri. Mr. Ken Lachlan.
Yeah. Okay, so Country Homestead Preacher's in here.
Okay, it's Ms. Country Homestead Preacher did show up. And Ms. Annabeth, I hope you're sitting right there because I have a special thing for you tonight. And I want to say thank you so much. There's Ms. Ashley. I've been missing you, girl. You know I have. Here we go, Ms. Annabeth. We want to say thank you from the depths of our heart for creating this for us. And here at Deep South Homestead, Ms. Annabeth did a drawing for us, and we thought we would bring it out and show everyone her beautiful art skills and her thoughtfulness toward us here at Deep South Homestead.
Yeah, she put crosses at the top and the cup, Deep South Homestead, that I'm drinking out of now because her mom sent these cups. Then me and Danny, and I have only candy corn colors, and Danny has his overalls on. Then we have Hank. We have blueberries on one side and corn and peppers on the other. Then we have the pigs, the cows, the turkeys, the chickens, and the goats. And she did an awesome job of drawing all of our Deep South Homestead.
She did. She did a fantastic job. Thank you, Ms. Annabeth, from the hearts of Mr. Danny and Ms. Wanda from Deep South Homestead.
And Mark says he's in a lot of pain, but he's going to listen. So we're going to keep Mark for prayers later.
Yes, Mark. We will remember you in our prayers tonight.
And everybody's telling Annabeth she did a great job.
Great job. Okay, that's it for tonight. We ready? Was that it?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready to go?
We'll go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Okay.
No, they came for another purpose.
Oh, they came for another purpose. Okay.
Hey, two family. Diana and Springfield Ridge.
There's too many of them to count right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of them are getting a lot of cold weather.
They are. The temperature has dropped almost 30 degrees here in the last, 6 hours? 5 or 6 hours?
Yeah, less than that.
Probably less than that. Probably about 3 hours. Since the sun went down.
5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
and
since
it's
5:30, 6 o'clock.
8.
The temperature
so
just went.
2.5 hours.
Just went right on down.
Because we were out like this today.
Yeah, Wanda was out like that, and then I had to go out, and now I'm like this, and we're in a room here that has no heat in it, and it's
warm now.
It's warm now because we opened the door up. But when we first come in here, the floor was cold, the walls was cold, I was cold.
We should have had it a little warmer, a little faster before coming in here. But
we should have.
We keep the door shut off most of the time. And
we do.
So that's our fault.
Yeah.
Hey, Broussard. Oh, you mentioned Red Duchess.
I did mention.
Thinking of others and Dolphin Man. So
Cindy says their low tonight is 42. Their high tomorrow is 49. Our low in the morning is 32, and our high tomorrow is 45.
yeah. Somebody's wanting to know what's the
Big deal with window blinds and an SHTF. Well, Miss Dixie, you don't want the little thin metal window blinds. You want the big, wide, plastic-looking ones. Because there's a certain way you can turn the window blinds, and you can stand in the house and you can see outside, but people outside cannot see you inside. And in an SHTF or an LCE, we like to call it, if there's a sniper sitting out somewhere wanting to take someone out in the house so he can come in and rob it, if you have curtains up, people can see you walking behind the curtains. Now, if you have blackout curtains, that's a different story. But if you have window blinds, then you, my friend, can stand behind the window blinds and actually look out and see if there's anyone and take time to find somebody through the blinds, and they cannot see you. So there's a lot of reasons behind putting window blinds in. And plus, window blinds acts as a good insulator during the wintertime.
Well, we have your daughter, Jennifer,
Oh,
Mitchell,
yeah.
and Sinclair Pages. Okay.
Okay, but did Mr. Sinclair, did you send him that stuff?
Yes, Mr. Sinclair, you have a package headed your way if it hadn't already got there.
Yeah.
While I'm thinking about it.
Okay, while you're thinking about
family.
it. Mr. Sherry or Mr. Darrell?
Whichever one's in here.
Okay.
Are we still going to be tomorrow night? Because before I announce it, say yes or no, because I hadn't looked at my email after I answered a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Scratch Maid. If we
Hey,
still,
so good.
Yeah, he's eating a pecan pie.
Mm.
Papa Trot said his windows are blacked out. Yeah, you want something where people can't see in. And
Right.
Two family disappeared on me all of a sudden when I asked a question. I'm seeing that. Where do we live? We are in Mississippi.
We're about 30 miles north of the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Okay, she said yes tomorrow night. Okay, so now I can announce it before I announce it, right?
Monday night.
Yeah. So not tomorrow night, Monday night. That's right. Monday night on Two Family Homestead, Danny and I will be on their live with them on their Monday Night Live when they have a special guest. And so you guys, okay, put what time Central, because that helps me know Central time. So we will have, I think it's 8 Central, but it might be 9 Central. I can't remember changing times. So let them they'll have to tell me. Anyway, y'all check out Two Family Homestead.
No!
Two Family Homestead Monday night. Now, what are you saying no?
Mary Beth said their LCE happened yesterday. Husband lost his job the day before his 57th birthday. Guys, that's what I'm telling you. It can happen to anybody at any time.
Yeah. And that's what we were going okay, 8 p.m. Central. Okay. And 9 Eastern. That's what I thought. Monday night. Okay, so what we were talking about is what's most important.
What is most important to you after an LCE
And
happens?
they just said that her husband lost a job.
Right. An LCE can be any critical event in your life. It can be the loss of a job. It can be the loss of a spouse. It can be the loss of your health. It can be an EMP. It can be whatever, a natural disaster, whatever. And when that happens, what is the most important thing to you after that time? And I like to hear, Anna, an LCE is a life-changing event. I created that phrase on YouTube, and it's
a long time ago, and
it's just stuck with a lot of people. A lot of people don't like to use the word SHTF. They'd rather use the word LCE.
Okay, so John Cooner is wanting to know about the location of the hardware store we visited a while back. It would have been Alexander's, right?
Yeah.
Or Jack's.
What now?
Alexander's or Jack's.
What about them? I was looking at the comments somebody made about LCE. I'm sorry.
Okay, I did too. Licorice.
Candied eggs?
Yeah. Okay, so hardware store we were at would probably be Jack's if we were getting lumber.
If we were getting lumber, we were at Jack's. If we were getting some sort of metal hardware, hinges or anything like that, chains, hooks, we were at paint or anything like that, we were at Alexander.
But I do believe if it was something that I posted a picture, we were at Jack's Hardware. Right? Isn't that what it's called?
Tamara said she lost her career and her health at the same time. Tamara, I'm in the same boat with you. I lost my health and my company because I owned a company at the same time.
Yeah. And so the most important thing when something happens is usually your family first. You think of
your family first, but there's something else that means more to you than your family. Now, can you believe that? But there's one thing that plays a lot bigger part after an LCE happens than anything that you can even imagine. And without this one thing, it doesn't matter what else happens. None of it matters.
Yeah.
And does anybody, I haven't seen anybody put it up yet.
Yeah. Yes, Stringfield, I did.
Desert Dog come closer than anybody, but it's your health. After any kind of an LCE, your health is the most important thing that you can take care of, because it doesn't matter if you what your family's doing, no matter what's going on with anything else. If you don't have your health, you can't help take care of anybody or your family. So you have to have your health. People are saying faith. Faith is great, but health without faith is not going to do you any good. You can have the faith all day long, but without your health, you've got to have your health.
Yes, and when something happens, the first thing, or probably the last thing that anybody thinks about is their own health. They do whatever needs doing for anybody in any situation, and they don't think about their health. And when the health goes down, then all of a sudden they crash somewhere in the aftermath of the whole situation.
Yep.
So watch your health very much. That leads to, like, men and women have different needs, even if it's like the health issue. If we continue on with the health.
Well, if we continue on with the health issue, I mean, women have certain physical needs that they have to have taken care of. And guys are not as much as women, but women have to have more hygiene issues than men do, and they have to take a little bit better care of themselves. And it's extremely important to have good sanitary hygiene things set up. And everybody keeps talking about your faith and all that. The Bible says, show me your faith without your works. And faith without works is useless. I mean, and you've got to be able to put your foot to the ground, and you got to be able to. And
you got to know that God will take care of you.
God will take care of you.
Working on things. Yes, your faith is very important.
It's very important. Yes.
It's that first step.
God will let you sit there until you make a move.
Yeah, and so if I were sitting here, if Danny were sick, and I just sat here and I didn't do anything, I have to take that first thing. I have to say, okay, I can do this. With God's help, I can make it happen. And I can start working through all our stuff here and doing what I need doing. If I just keep sitting here and I don't think I can do it, and I can't say God can help me through it and get up and start. He waits till I get up and start before.
Oh yeah, God's never going to do anything until you.
If I'm still sitting on the couch, it's still the animals aren't going to get fed. Nothing's going to happen. And it's not that I have faith in myself. It's I got to tell myself I can do it with God's help.
Yeah, and you can have all the faith in the world, but those animals are still got to be fed.
I still got to take that first step.
You got to take that first step. Yes.
Yeah.
And God understands our situation.
Yeah. Sinclair said he did get the seeds.
Okay.
I did see that.
Good.
Scratchmaid is going to be our food vendor for the gathering.
Yes, for the gathering.
And she's just posted. She said, "Are we ready for some good victuals?" Yes.
We are.
Everybody better be ready for some good victuals. And I do know, I think she can correct me if I'm wrong, because we haven't talked in a week on this one, but she is supposed to be making some pecan cookies.
Yes, and she'll have pecan cookies there at the gathering. For sale, yes.
I think they're going to have some for sale, because we talked about that. And we talked about a lot of other things to eat, but there is going to be some gluten-free things there, I believe, but most of it's going to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
For those that can't do gluten-free, most of it's going to be normal. Yeah, faith is a moving action, and a lot of people don't get that. They think it's a mental thing.
They do. Faith has to be put into action. And that's one thing that after an LCE, your faith will be tested, and you will find out what you're made out of.
Yeah.
And all this, I got to use the right terminology here.
Are we fixing to have all God's children?
It's starting to look like that, ain't it? But
this is not the direction we started in.
But all of the Western antics of our way of life in an LCE many times changes, and we've got to get it in our head that we may not get a bath every day.
Yes.
We may not get to wash our hair every day. We may not get to brush our teeth every morning. We may have to go to the restroom in some less than sanitary conditions.
That's what we were talking about. He was making me laugh, guys.
And it's just, guys, it's going to be different, okay? It's going to be different. The living garden, I've already answered this one time. We'll do it again. What is an LCE? It's a life-changing event.
Whether it's your health, your job, it's a tornado, a hurricane.
And speaking of tornadoes, two churches were lost today.
Close to
Country Homestead Preacher's place up in central Alabama. Two churches look like they've been wiped off the map. One of them was wiped off the map. I didn't get to see the other one, but one of them was just wiped up like a slab.
And it was a 163-year-old church.
Yeah.
So that is
so people,
a lot.
They have a life-changing event.
It could be whether the power goes out, whether the economy tanks, whatever happens.
Whatever happens.
Life-changing event.
Whether it's man-made, natural, or whatever.
Yes. And that's it. But anyway, what you were talking about, it can change if the grid goes down, changes a lot. That's what most people are worried about.
Right.
That and financial. And financial is one that could change circumstances, because if the money's not there, a lot of things go away, such as toilet paper and other conveniences for women and things like that. So you do need to have something in your mind that you're going to do. It should already be in place. But if you, like Jennifer said, our toilet paper video would come in handy.
Yeah.
Lots of times you really should have something already in place for these things, It
was very sad, Country Homestead Preacher. It was extremely sad to see the churches all taken away. But you have to wonder, because in the scripture God says, where there is no vision, the people perish, and you have to wonder, because those belong to God. And if you see them wiped off of the map, you have to wonder, were they really doing their job, or were they just playing? And so I'm afraid today, I'm not saying that's the case for these two, but
no,
I'm just making a point. There's so many churches, and I know of some of these churches around here locally right now that just play. They don't.
Yeah, we do have a lot of that.
We got a lot of that. But people are talking about your family cloths.
Yes,
that's
a lot
something
of people are starting to use that. I've been doing this almost
about 3
years.
Yeah.
A lady heard me in our first few videos. Every time we talked about prepping, I always said toilet paper was my #1 thing.
Yeah.
Toilet paper's way down on the list now. I don't even consider it a major #1 item that we need. We do have toilet paper prepped for some stuff.
Yeah.
But the cloths for the wet stuff, if ladies will get past that, I won't use it. I got so many comments about that.
Oh, I know it. That was.
But if you would get past it, they're actually a lot healthier and a lot thicker, nicer, softer, all the way around. I think if you use flannel like I do, you will definitely, you'll be satisfied. So there's those type things that
Mhm.
women have to consider.
Well-
Other than that, there's more to it, but we'll get off that one and go somewhere else.
No, I mean, but that's a good subject because so many people, I'm going to say the younger generation now,
A mental thing.
no, they don't realize that, like when I had my daughter, which is on here, we had a 5-gallon bucket sitting in the laundry room with water in it,
Hmm.
and we hand washed our diapers in that. We kind of pre-washed them in it, and we kept a bucket sitting in the room with diapers in it. I mean, doing the family cloths is no different.
No, it's no different. And I mean, there's a whole nearly 2 generations that haven't seen that.
Right.
Because my oldest daughter and my oldest son, I used cloth diapers. Then with the next children, the Pampers had come out, which
Yeah.
is the new diaper. Pampers was the new diaper at that point.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, it did make life easier, a lot easier.
Well,
but
it does.
Going back, there was issues with it, and there still are with. I mean, I've not kept my grandkids as babies in a long, long time, but I can remember before Danny and I married changing diapers. Those diapers would weigh 5 pounds. I mean, whatever's in that can't be good for whatever. I mean,
I
you
know.
got 5 pounds of something wet, something in that diaper. So,
Yes.
I mean, really, it's kind of.
But today, people have no clue about washing diapers.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we washed them. We had a 5-gallon bucket, and as soon as the baby got through them, you would take them and dip them in the toilet, up and down, up and down, and up and down in the toilet. And then you would take them out of the toilet and you would put them over in a bucket full of water and you'd flush the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
They have no clue.
And they think today if they touch a family cloth, they're like, oh my God, it's so nasty, you know? Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we grew up in a different time. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah. So that's part of what one thing is bathroom issues and the sanitariness of it. If there's no water and you don't have running water coming into your house, I mean, it could be you lost your job. So
Right.
okay, we had when I was in the rental business for apartments, we had this one person.
I'm sorry.
Somebody.
Grizz.
When he was 22. Oh.
Grizz said his mama stopped using diapers on him when he was 22 years old. I'm sorry. I just saw that. I couldn't help it.
Well,
it's getting warm in here now.
Yeah. When I was in the office, we had one couple that could not afford their water bill. And so we didn't know it till we sent the maintenance man out there. And he comes back saying they had a 5-gallon bucket with a plastic bag over it. They were using the bathroom in the plastic bag, tying it up and taking it out. That was the way they used the bathroom because they did not have water. So here we go with the composting toilets and all this stuff. And then you've got the sanitary reasons. Okay, if everybody on your block is out of water, you're not the only one. What are you doing with what you have? You got to start thinking sanitary.
You do. You got to start thinking sanitary. And this whole thing about 1 gallon of water per person per day in an LCE, guys, that ain't true. First of all, it takes 1 gallon of water just to supply your body with enough water for a day. Then you got to have a gallon for hygiene. You got to have a gallon. I mean, you got to have it for washing your hands, washing your face, and all that kind of stuff so you can stay clean.
Yeah. LCE running out of beer. That's going to be some people's LCE.
That'll be. We've got some people around us right here that'll probably have that LCE.
All right. So family cloths. I'm not sure. Somebody's saying why use paper napkins?
Cloth towels.
Cloth towels. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that's another thing.
The Amish do that. The Amish do not use any paper products like that. They use all cloths to save landfills and stuff like that.
Exactly. We've just gotten to be a very spoilt society that has everything on hand. And another thing is you're going to be cooking different.
Yeah. Denise, I have the same phone too.
Yeah. If something happens, you have to cook different. Most anybody would be able to tell you that if they've run, if you don't have a job, you start cutting back on how much you cook at one time. You limit the food that is given to people.
Yeah.
People will lose weight fast if they go through an LCE because you can't feed people all you can eat buffets every day.
Right.
An LCE is McDonald's is closed. That's a lot of people's LCE.
That'll be a lot of people's LCE. Yep.
Somebody is manipulating the thumbs down. I'm not sure what that means.
They're probably hitting a lot of them.
We could be getting a lot of them because a lot of people don't.
We can't see our thumbs down and all that.
No,
so.
we can't see all that. So when you start cooking differently and you don't cook as much, then you've got to think about things like washing dishes and things like that. Everything changes because you're trying to cut back on dishwashing liquid and anything that you buy. When you go to cooking something, you don't use, like casseroles. People make all these casseroles with all these ingredients and they run to town and they say, I've got to have this, 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 and this, and they buy it all special, come home, make this beautiful casserole for one meal. And then they throw out the leftovers.
Right.
Okay, you're not going to be throwing anything out. You're going to be eating whatever you fix. And these nice casseroles is going to go away because, like Danny and I, he can't eat a lot of things. So I have to flip the casseroles in order to 38 thumbs down. Wow. That's probably the most we've ever had in a while.
Probably the most we've ever got.
Oh, yeah, somebody's playing around with us, but that's okay,
that's
guys.
All right.
They had to click in here to do it.
You gotta be on here to do it. So whatever. There's dummies in the world every day. And when the LCE happens, they'll be the ones that's crying.
Yes. But that's just one of the things. When you start with the food, you have to watch what you fix and how you fix it, and you have to start stretching it. Ask anybody that's lost a job or whatever, you have to stretch whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And Danny and I know that for a fact because the first 2.5, 3 years of our life, we had to stretch everything.
Yeah.
And we did not go to town but once a month. We didn't buy, but just enough of anything to just get us by because he had a lot stacked.
I had a lot stashed. Yeah.
If it hadn't have been for him and his wife Debbie being preppers, Debbie went and bought things with coupons, right?
Yes, she was a couponer.
And she was a couponer when couponing was huge. And so when I came out here 2 years after she passed away, there was still so much stuff in this house from them prepping that Danny and I made it for 2 years. Now we did have to buy a few things.
We had to buy a few things.
But we were doing a garden and we bought our first chickens because he had gotten rid of all of his animals when she passed away because he couldn't take care of them at staying with his mom. So Danny and I got chickens again that year, had our eggs, and we used what was in storage. They had canned a lot of food. I was amazed. The cellar was 3/4 of the way full of food, plus all the prep stuff in the house. It was a hard time. It really did.
I've been sitting here trying to read all the stuff that's going by. Everybody's talking about the thumbs down, and guys, I appreciate it. And yes, thumbs down do affect the monetization. But you know what? YouTube is we're having so much money taken from us now. We're almost doing this for free.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
In 2 months, we've lost half of our revenue.
We've lost over half of our revenue in 2 months.
Yeah. And so it really is tough to watch it go down. But we're still trying to put out videos, still trying to do what we did, and we love our Saturday nights, even if a lot of people's giving us a thumbs down. That's okay.
Yeah.
People can't handle the truth when it comes to talking about toilet issues.
That's the whole issue. People just, that's what I told you a while ago. It's the Western civilization. It's all the snowflakes and the softies.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So, okay, we get off the bathroom issue. Just in case this is making a lot of people uncomfortable. We go to...
I don't care. I'll sit down right beside it. It don't bother me.
The next one would be health-wise when somebody gets sick. Okay, so you've got to be able to know what to do when somebody's sick. Right now, you have the hospitals and doctors, and everybody runs to all these things. So if you've got a hospital and a doctor and you can get there, that's fine. But what if you don't? What if you can't leave your house? You have nobody there. And this happens quite often to a lot of people. I mean, it happened to Danny. He knew that Debbie was going to be passing away because she was here on hospice.
Yeah.
But when it happens and you're here by yourself.
Yeah, I was here all by myself. Yeah. I mean, she passed away. I knew she passed away. But I'm the one who had to check her vitals. I'm the one who had to do everything. I mean,
yeah.
I literally had to pronounce her dead myself in order to be able to call the hospice people, and they were 45 minutes to an hour away, and I had to wait for them to drive here before I could do anything. I mean, so yeah, you got to be mentally prepared when someone passes. If some sort of an LCE happened, like an EMP, let's say, nobody's coming to help you, and then you've got to be able to. Not only if someone passes away, you don't only have to be able to deal with it, you got to be able to dispose of those people. You got to be able to dig their grave. You've got to be able to put them in the grave. And no, I won't go there because I thought I would, but I might not go there.
No.
You don't want me to?
No.
Okay. We had something we was going to do. It's kind of funny, but
no, I think you need to leave that one alone. It was funny.
It was funny. It was funny to us, but it might not be funny to them.
No,
they may not be ready for that.
No.
But anyway,
no, just saying.
But when someone passes away, you are going to have to be the one to deal with it. I guess was what I'm trying to say. And let me tell you something. I don't care how prepared you are. You really don't know how you're going to act until it happens.
Yeah.
Because I have buried dozens and dozens of people, but when it's one of your own.
Well, rephrase how that sounds. Y'all, he meant he's been a pallbearer. He's been at funerals. He's helped with all this stuff.
I have orchestrated. No. I have orchestrated many funerals, but I've never ever had one of my own to be buried.
Yeah, someone that close to you.
Yeah, that close to me, closer than my parents.
Because you said I buried a bunch of people, that just didn't come out right. Okay.
Okay.
But what we're saying is, if something massive happens, the mentality is one of the things that you've got to watch, because you can't predict how you'll react. Danny is a mess. What? No, he was talking about during his life, he's been a deacon, he's been all these things at churches.
I've been a lot of things at churches.
And he has helped.
I've lost all my friends except two.
And he's been at their funerals. He's been the pallbearer. He's helped with all these things like most guys have. And what he's saying is, when it's not the person that's your loved one,
right,
or your child, sometimes your mom and your dad, when it's not those people, it's easier to handle it with somebody else. So that was one thing. What's a good book to get about essential oils? Let me go get it and show you.
Why don't we get a book and show you? Toby said, "Whew! I thought Danny was a serial killer." Nope. No. I guess that one just didn't word out just right, did it?
That was one of those things you should have thought twice about the way you said.
Here's one of the best books you can get on essential oils right here.
It's called Modern Essentials. And if I guess Amanda doesn't mind that I say this, this book at the gathering, I think she's going to be having some of these books there for sale. So if you're coming to the gathering, you don't have this book, you might want to bring some money, because I think she is going to have some of these there. Last time we talked, she said she was, but if not, you can get it on Amazon. You can use our link in the description below, and it's put out by aromatools.com or something. You can find it on Amazon. It is the best book I've ever seen.
Jump off says, Miss Wanda, you need to sleep with your eyes open.
I just go to sleep. I'm not worried about him.
Yeah. She ain't worried about me. Okay. That's a good book. It's probably the best book we found. Yeah, I think it's a really good book on essential oils because I mean,
Danny's two friends, two family.
yeah. Um, Wanda, is that strictly for doTERRA essential oils?
No, you can use it for any essential oils. It doesn't matter what it is. It will tell you um, the oil, how to blend it, what they're good for, all kinds of properties. It's really really good.
People want to know how much is it.
I have no clue. I couldn't tell you how much the book is. You'll have to check. Go on our Amazon link and check if you want to.
Country Homestead Preacher says, does going to Walmart count as an LCE?
Pretty much in Danny's book.
In my book, yes, it does, because the things I see at Walmart are things I expect to see after an LCE.
Yeah.
Where
are we at?
Okay, I gotta get caught up here. Okay.
I'm a cereal killer.
I killed a whole box of cereal this morning. That's funny.
All right, what gathering are we talking about?
I just got on. Okay, Donnie, we have our own gathering called the Deep South Homestead Gathering in Wiggins, Mississippi, down in Stone County, not the one up in central Mississippi. It is at the Stone County Fairgrounds on March the 9th. It is free to come, doesn't cost anything. We're paying for everything.
They have to pay for food.
You got to pay for your food. You got to pay for a booth if you want a booth.
If you want to show how to do something, or if you have something for sale, you can do that. Scratch Made Homestead is going to be providing food. They will have food for sale. We are also having Roots and Refuge. Jessica and Jeremiah are going to be there speaking. We have, as of right now, I haven't even counted, but I know it's 50 plus different people that have channels that are coming. And then
hello, Miss Sarah.
Yeah, there's.
She said, "What happens when you run out of oils?"
You better have some herbs on hand.
You better be storing your own herbs up. Yes.
You store your oils. You store herbs, and you better know how to grow some, and you better know what's in the woods to forage for them.
Yes. I'm missing a lot of the chat. I know that, but I got to talking and carrying on.
So. The T-shirts that Two Family Homestead, Garden Like Your Life Depends on It, and the hats, right here.
That was nice. Yank my head. Man.
Two Family's got the link, Garden Like Your Life Depends on It. If you order the shirts now and wear them to the gathering, there'll be a special drawing. They'll sign you up for it at the door. We do know as of right now, Stringfield Ridge, Lee is going to be showing how to make. It's called napping.
Okay, got a question answer. Miss Cindy says, if I decided to, could I sell baked goods made with ecrin?
Yes.
Yes, if you want to pay for a booth, you're more than welcome to.
Yes. And, okay, so what I was saying?
I don't know. I'm just reading the chat. You just keep talking. I'm just.
Lee is going to be showing how to make arrowheads. We have other people there that's going to be showing how to do things. 7D is going to be there with her huge variety of stuff. Who else?
Meredith says, are you accepting donations for the raffle?
Yes, we are. The P.O. box is in the description if you want to send things for a raffle, giveaway, or for an auction. And label whichever one you want it for, put it on it, and send it to our P.O. box. That would be, it's called flint napping. Okay, I always forget a word. That's what it's called. We are also is there going to be picking and grinning? Probably, because in the morning we have BJ coming. He's going to be doing some singing in the morning, and in the afternoon they do have a little bandstand thing there that we're hoping to do some stuff, but it will depend on the weather.
It will depend on the weather.
We can do things under the arena if we have to.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it's going. Okay, Cindy, that's fine. Get with me on Facebook. And then we have, let's see, what else is going on? I'm trying to think. Oh, we will have a doTERRA booth set up. Amanda and Daisha and Melissa will be running that booth for us. We will have a Deep South booth. I'm trying to find out if I can get, where are we at? Get some of these cups. I know that's not doing it real well. But I'm trying to see, we've had a few people asked about these cups. So if I get cups, there will be a few there. It won't be a lot, but there'll be a few. We're hoping to have a few of the hats that Danny's got on there. And his sweet potato manuals and English P book and some jams and jellies. I know that's what will be on our table. And if he gets sweet potato draws.
If I have something get up before then, we'll have sweet potato draws.
Yes, that will be there. What else?
Broussard said, I'll bring some elderberry cuttings. I'm sitting here reading it.
We're going to have a seed swap. It's going to be a giant seed swap.
Yep, there's going to be a huge seed swap.
And we've had people ask, can they bring plants and swap? So if you have plants and you want to swap plants, I'm sure that's going to be okay. Which brings us to, we have one new affiliate and one not new affiliate, but new something with the affiliates.
Yes.
So if you're interested.
Okay, here we go. We are just becoming an affiliate for someone because we're fixing to start doing some videos on these to help people who live in suburban areas or apartments or live in town who don't have a lot of area to grow. We're going to be starting to use these right here. It's called the Green Stalk Planter System. It's made to grow lots of vegetables to help people out who are in small spaces. We are an affiliate for them now. There's a link in the description down below. If you would like to order one, you can go through that link and order you one. We will have some videos coming up on them pretty shortly. We just got to get it put together and get it going.
Yeah, and in the descriptions of our videos will be the green stalk. If you mention Deep South, the code word Deep South, you'll get $10 off. What is this event again? It's called Deep South Homestead Spring Gathering, March 9th, here in Wiggins, Mississippi. If you're interested, go to Facebook and type in Deep South Homestead Gathering Place. That's our group that we have. It's called Gathering Place, but put Deep South Homestead in front of it. And then you can ask to join and you'll find out information there. And Jen says, can we list some of the raffles and giveaways? Yes. We are one of the, Jen, I'm not sure if it's a raffle, but a raffle or an auction is an Excalibur dehydrator. It has been donated.
Cindy Perron said, aren't you doing something with a seed company too? Yes.
Yes. That's the other thing.
Yes. There's somebody else on here who's posting a question, and I accidentally keep missing it, and I haven't seen it again. But Cindy, if you have another question, it's not Cindy Perron, it's another Cindy. It's going by so fast, I can't keep up with it. But we are, a lot of y'all it's getting to be the time of the year that y'all are buying your seeds and ordering your seeds. Wanda and I have just become an affiliate.
We've always been.
We've been an affiliate with them for many, many years, but we're just now fixing to start promoting them. They have started their own seed line.
Yes.
They're selling seeds, and that is Hoss Tool Company. They're non-genetically modified seeds. They're hybrids, open pollinated, and heirloom seeds. We are going to be experimenting with lots of them here on our homestead. And I know that they're coming from good sources because Travis and them and Greg, I know they all do a fantastic job with their seeds. They're genetically modified, tested. And look, if you want to order seeds, just go over to www.hosstool.com and go to.
If they're going to order seeds, they need to look in the description.
Well, that's right. Yeah, look in the description down below because we have it in the link down below.
Go to our link and go through and order seeds. He forgets we have a link.
I keep forgetting we have a link. Yeah. But just go down to the description down below. It'll be way in the bottom of the description now, okay?
Yes.
It's way down there. And look for Hoss Tool and go on there and click on their, what's it called? The seed.
Premium
seeds.
Premium something seeds.
Yeah.
Seeds. And anyway, they have a big display of the seeds there too.
Yeah. And you can click on that, and there you'll find an array of different seeds that they carry. Some they recommend for the southern climate, some for the northern climates. So I mean, they're a good company to deal with. I'm gonna tell you.
We are planting mainly, Sarah. We're going to be planting what we normally plant, but we are adding in a few seeds that we're going to see how they work. And Hoss Tools is going to be sending us seeds for the gathering. So that'll be another either giveaway or something there for some of the seeds. Plus, we're having the seed swap. There is no reason under the sun for anybody to leave without seeds. Baker's Creek has sent a whole bunch of seeds. Y'all gonna have seeds. I'm just saying.
Matthew, the name of the book is Modern Essentials.
Yes, Modern Essentials. Hey, Full House Homesteaders with Homestead Mama. And that's the other thing, Heirloom Kids. Melissa at Homestead Mama is going to be doing a booth again with her products that she sells. And then she's going to be doing Heirloom Kids. She did this last year where the kids get to plant a seed and she gets to talk to them about it. And she said adults can come too.
Yes.
But she's mainly doing Heirloom Kids, but she's not going to turn any adults away because adults like to play in the dirt too.
Uh-huh.
And we'll have some other things for kids along the way, but right now that's one of them. Red Duchess Farms is going to be there. Jamie is going to be having some of her handmade items, and she makes things out of alpaca that is simply gorgeous, plus other things.
Let's see here.
I can't remember. People have told me so many things. Patty, if you come and you don't have seeds to swap, you still can get seeds.
Yeah.
We'll still make sure everybody gets some seeds to go home with because we always have more than enough, even with the seed swap. Somebody's bringing some bay.
That's Denise, isn't it?
I think. Bay leaves.
I think Denise is bringing the bay leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Bits of Heaven. So you want to go, you need to come on.
Yeah.
I would love to add you to the list. Anybody that's coming that I don't have on Facebook in the gathering place in the list of people that are coming, as far as if you have a channel name, even if you don't put content up, but you do have a channel name like Little Bits of Heaven or whatever, you let me know. We've been putting everybody we've been putting everybody in a list that has a channel name so we can kind of keep up with them. And then I created an event, and I'd like for the people to click the event if you're coming. So we're trying to get a rough estimate of people coming.
Let's see here. Are you recording the gathering because I can't go? I think Two Family will probably be recording it, won't they?
Daryl at Two Family will be live this time like he was last year. We're going to try and have the place quiet so you can hear. Last year it was raining. Everybody was in one building. This year we hope to spread it out, have some at the arena, and we hope the building will be quiet this time for speakers.
Jamie Bauer says, will there be a tour of your homestead? No.
Not this time.
Not this time.
We had about 65 people here last year, the day before the gathering, and it was wonderful. We had a great time, but it's also exhausting.
Yeah, it was the day before the gathering, and it wore us out the day before the gathering.
Yeah. And so that was a little too much. So if you want to tour the homestead, kind of make plans or get in touch with us some other time besides the day before the gathering.
Naked Hog says, can you post a link to the event?
Yes, if Two Family can go pick that up.
Two Family or JM, Jen, one of them can do it.
Yeah, post a link, the event link if you can. It's on Facebook. I don't know. Sherry, can you pick it up or not? I'm not sure how that works. Domingos Mundos is making 2 chess pies. Oh, I used to love to make those things.
Jen said, if TSA don't harass them over all the seeds, she said, apparently I'm a seed smuggler.
Yes, and you send...
well, mail them ahead of time.
What was that? She sent me avocados that they thought were hand grenades. We kind of almost got in trouble over the avocados being sent from California.
We almost did. We had the Department of Homeland Security called us.
Yes. So, number one, order your T-shirts ahead of time from Sherry. She is Sherry Pappin. She's in the thing. It's claygirl at CenturyLink.net, I believe. Sherry was posting that earlier. Two Families posting the link now to the Facebook group, the event. pray for good weather because believe me, it was awful last year.
Last year was bad.
Domingos Mundos, if you want a booth, yes, please let me know. I'll try to write that down, and it's $10. The thing is in the description. So let me write down right quick so I know that. We're going to have a lot of fun. We did last year, and we plan on having it. Little Bits of Heaven said TSA stopped her from homemade soap. Yes, Tara from Living on a Dime made some soap that looks like a gun for guys, and she was going to bring it in her carry-on and come to the gathering. And I asked her the week about 2 weeks before when she said, I'm going to just bring it in my carry-on. I said, Tara, have you thought about that? It looks like a gun in your purse. And she says, I hadn't thought of that. So she shipped them to my house, and we already had them here just because she didn't want to be toting a gun-shaped soap in her carry-on.
Yeah. Yes, Matthew, it's very windy up here. Old South Homestead said, with the crazy weather, will you still plant potatoes next month or wait till March? We'll probably go ahead and plant, but we'll bed them up on high beds more than likely.
Okay, now Daryl made everybody a channel sign last year, and he did decide the goodness of his heart. This year he is charging $10 for anybody that would like a channel sign. And I don't have one sitting here, but I have my big sign here by me that he made, and everybody signed it and all this. So we have our sign that's going up on the wall in here that Daryl made.
Michelle Moore says, is Cherokee Tan and the Moshada? Honestly, I don't know. I know the Seminole was, but the Cherokee Tan, we have failed to find the genus name to it. I know it. I know it's not a Peppo, and I know it's not a Cucurbita. So we're thinking it may be the Moshada, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, John asked, his wife wants to know, would anybody have a booth for homemade quilts? Not that I know of. That would be awesome. And even if she wants to bring some stuff and show what is involved in making a quilt, that would, because I would like that type skills shown. Anything that's a skill that people can show that is not the norm, I guess you would say. Okay. What size gloves do you wear, Danny? My husband, Buddy, wants to bring a goodie bag.
Large. It's got to be large. My hands are. I got
big hands.
See Wanda's hand beside my hand. Put your hand up against my hand. There we go. See the difference? Wanda, spread your thumb out. There you go. Wanda's hand is like a little kid's hand up against mine.
He has very big hands.
I have big hands.
Hey, Matthew. All right, so that was one of the things. Okay, so we're what are we into? What about men and if something happens? Men have a lot of things going on.
Men are not as prone to a lot of things as women are. We don't have all the issues that women have to deal with.
Nobody with a spinning wheel, Cindy. If you have one, that'd be great.
Denise, extra large is fine. If you can find extra large, that's fine. They're saying hello, Freedom Makers. I didn't see Amanda come in.
I didn't either, but obviously she did.
Hello, Amanda. If you popped in here, we've been talking about your essential oils earlier. But anyway, men don't seem to have to worry about all the things that women have to worry about.
Bathroom's not a problem for most men.
With most men, going to the bathroom is not a problem. You just find a bush or a tree or whatever, and you're okay. And guys don't seem to have a problem with that. It's just that, no livestock or anything like that at the facility. No. I don't know with guys. I mean, it's.
Well, the deal would be learning to protect your family
Well, you would.
You would be more into a protective mode.
Yeah, you would probably have to go into more of a survival mode to prep for your family and provide for them. You know, you might have to go the extra distance. You know, so.
And then if there's no gas and things like that, and you don't have a tractor, which we don't have because it's not here 90% of the time, but
Yeah,
we have it now.
we have it. Well, momentarily, it may be fixing to go back again because it's messed up again. But
you have to learn to do things the old-fashioned way.
yeah, that's why we have so many hand tools. Delane, probably in about 2 weeks, we'll be planting our fingerling potatoes.
All men need is an outhouse and a Sears catalog.
That's about right. I mean,
and see, I want him to build us an outhouse, but here where our house is, we are under international code, and we cannot legally put an outhouse anywhere there's a well, and we have a well. But when we put the cabin on the hill, we will not have a well at the cabin, so he can go over there and put an outhouse at the cabin, right?
Yeah, Grizz probably nailed it right. He said, I was wrong. He said, us married men have to worry about all of our wives' problems. If we don't, we get accused of not caring. So that's a lot of truth to that, Grizz. A lot of truth to that.
Naked Hog says their 3-year-old prefers to use a tree.
When I grew up, it was just you just used the front porch, the edge of the front porch. You just stood off of it, you know.
Yeah, Danny.
Steve Scott says you need to burn that tractor. Steve, if I could get away with it, oh man, I would do it in a heartbeat. We got a whole new set of problems now, so.
They fixed one problem to mess up
only
everything.
To make a whole. Now they're fixing to change everything on the tractor. So
they've done changed the computer. Now they're going to changing all.
Now we're going to be changing all the wiring harnesses. We're going to be changing all the sensors because just like I told them in the beginning, it has a short in it somewhere, and they seem to know more than I do. So I'm leaving them alone.
Okay, so Future Dream says, what can those of us who live in the city use to protect what we have?
Oh, Sarah, sweetheart.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. There's no easy answer for that. You might plant a hedgerow of thorny apple bushes or Osage oranges or something like that, and just create a massive hedgerow around your property where people can't climb through it. They might could throw something like a big healthy tarp or a rubber mat and climb over it, but other than that, you know.
Chris said if you burnt the tractor, it'd go viral. I would film it, and then it'd get us all in trouble.
Well, the insurance, I couldn't collect the insurance on it if I did.
And we're paying notes.
I'm paying notes. It's not good. Oh, that would be a good video, though.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what if I could make enough? If I knew YouTube would help sponsor me, and I made enough off the video to pay for the tractor. If all my subscribers would just send me $1 each, I would do it.
Yeah. If we had 55,000
people would send me $1 apiece, I would burn the tractor.
We could pay for it.
Yeah.
That would work.
And then I wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, that would be something. Okay, so Cindy is asking about open mic, and I'm not sure she's talking about is there going to be where other people can sing or if what. But now Daryl from Two Family has people come by and he interviews them off and on all day when speakers are not speaking. So if you're talking open mic like that, yes, he's going to be doing that. If you're talking open mic like singing, that may be late in the afternoon. We're not sure about that because we have some people asking about that. So there's a lot of people wanting that type of thing. So that may be something that we have to work on. Right now, I've not got a time schedule for things. So we're trying to work it all out. It's still in the process. But we'll get it.
I'm sitting here reading the comments. There are a lot of them are funny. Train up a good oxen. No computer needed or parts.
Yes.
We have Kubota Acre says we have 3 generations of Kubota tractors with no issues. This tractor that I got, supposedly the company that I got them from, this particular dealership has sold tons of them and only had 3 of them come back. One of them was a guy who done some welding and burnt the computer up, which was his fault. One of them was a little bit of a linkage issue on it, and then
Wouldn't nobody steal it, John?
and then there's mine.
Yeah. Danny's must have been just a bad.
I don't know what happened.
Something
All it
from
is, there's a
Gildan.
short in the wiring somewhere. I know that's what it is.
And it's probably something so minor,
It
but
is.
yet they have went around the book and done everything else.
That's what happens when you get tech guys and computer guys together to try to fix a tractor. When it's just there's a simple short in it somewhere. I told them in the beginning, change the wiring harness, change the computer because it's already had a short run through it, and change the sensors, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And they have took and went around every way but what I've told them to do.
Yeah.
They finally agreed to change the computer here the other day. Well, now it's done started shorting again, so I'm sure that computer is going to have to be changed again because it's already had a short circuit going through it.
Yeah.
Michael's right. It won't start. Nobody will steal it. We're not worried about that.
Yeah. Somebody said something about Daryl. Oh, Sherry said people asked if Daryl would do a computer class. Daryl may be having his hands full because he may be busy most of the day, but now later in the afternoon there may be some time. We'll just have to see. But I'm pretty sure Daryl's going to be busy for a while.
He'll be busy for a while. Denise says it's a ground issue. I bet. Denise, it probably is. There's just a short circuit in one of the grounds somewhere on it. Now, since they've supposedly fixed it and sent it back, now when I crank it up and start driving, it just switches its own self off.
Yeah,
And
we've not had this issue.
It's never done that before, so that tells me that there's a short circuit in it somewhere that the computer's telling it to stop the motor because something's wrong, and then when it realizes that it was a false alarm, then it allows it to be cranked back up. But,
Okay, so an LCE, medicine, blood pressure, blood thinner, etc. So what about medicines? They need to be. Several people have sent us
first of all, you're
messages.
going to have to learn what the natural things are if you can't get medicines. I mean, you take like blood sugar issues. You can take like 5 or 6 pods of okra soaked in water overnight. The next morning, drink the water, lowers the blood pressure. Cinnamon lowers blood pressure. I mean, you have to learn. Cayenne pepper dilates the vessels in the body. If you're having a heart issue, you can take some cayenne pepper to dilate the blood vessels to help prevent the heart attack. The willow tree, the bark off of it can be chewed like in an aspirin. You can boil the bark to get the same exact effects from it. I mean, guys, you got to know all the stuff out there that you can do if you can't get the meds. That's just going to be the St. John's Wort. If you have to have something antidepressants or something like that, you need to learn that St. John's Wort is out there, and
you need to know what these look like.
Yeah.
Garlic is an antibiotic. Lots of things like that. Stack up if your doctors allow to buy the meds kind of semi-monthly or at some way that you can put some back. I've had a lot of people tell me they do that. If instead of ordering every 30 days, they order every 20, and it gives them extras or something. Some way the doctors have it where they can do that. So that's one way. Then we have, if you know enough about oils, this is why Danny and I say something about oils. The top 10 essential oils they can be used in most any type of situation. So you just need to know how to use them. Amanda's doing studies right now. We'll have a study in February. She has a Facebook group. All this is in the links in the descriptions. She and I will be able to go and visit with people. We're having something February the 2nd, I think, here in Wiggins. If you are anywhere in the area and want to come visit with us and learn a little about oils, I think people are a little scared that we're going to be videotaping. The oils is not for videotaping. We are not doing any videoing in any of this, so don't be scared that you're going to be on camera.
Right, you're not going to be on
like
camera.
This.
Right.
This is strictly to teach people what is going on with oils. And so February 2nd, if you're anywhere in the area and want to come to Wiggins, please come visit with us.
Yeah.
And oils is a good way to store up stuff.
If you live within a 2-hour radius of us and you'd like to have an essential oil class at your home,
let us know.
Let them know on certain dates here in the next week or so.
I think it's February 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Yes, Ms. Amanda would be more than happy, even if it's a one-on-one and you're willing to go ahead and sign up and buy one of the kits. She'll actually come to your house one-on-one.
And do a lot of explaining and talk to you about it, because it does help. I've had lots of people get in touch with me and say, well, I've bought oils before, but I didn't know how to use them. It helps to have somebody that teaches you what a rollerball is, how to mix it, what to do with it. It helps to know what an inhaler is, what they're good for. It helps to even know about fractionated coconut oil or the other oils that you can use in place of it, that you stretch your oils. You put a drop of that in fractionated coconut oil, it goes further, it does a lot. You need to know all this stuff, and not just somebody telling you, here, buy a bottle of oil. You need to know more than that. So, but how long is your pole on the cane mill approximately?
25 foot.
So
about 25 feet.
Okay. Bullfrog says their answer's not coming through, their question. Is there a way to shorten it a little bit? Sometimes a really long
Sometimes a long question, it won't post it.
Yeah, and Sugar Creek says they have to go check on their critters. The wind's whipping. Yeah, I think it's died down a little here.
A little bit here. It was about 20 miles an hour a while ago.
Grizz wants to know how to change the essential oil in his pickup. I imagine the girl might know how to do that too.
They probably will.
Yes, we have diffusers with the essential oils. Yes. So you need to know how to do all these things, and you need to know what oil is good for what. If that's all you have, that's all you have, and they store for years. So buy the ones that you know are good for your situation. That's the best way I know how to explain it. And the top 10 are good for a variety of the simple things that people have.
Y'all tell Mike what he can use to go to sleep with.
Serenity.
Serenity.
Yes.
Okay, because he is from the essential oils, Mike. Serenity.
I think vetiver, something like that. I may not even be saying it right, but vetiver, serenity. Lavender rubbed on is a calmer. It will calm you down.
What books would you recommend for learning about essential oils?
The Modern Essentials that we just showed you. Modern Essentials is like the top pick, I would say, but there probably are different books out there. Amanda can tell you if there's more than that. Is the class going to be that detailed? Yes, I believe so. Amanda's going to be telling a lot of things, the very basics, and if you wanted something more, she will go into that with you. Anything any deeper.
One just went by something about, is there going to be anybody together and teaching on herbs and the medicine parts of them?
Amanda and Daisha and Melissa will be, and then Melissa with Homestead Mama will be there. So you will have several people there that are talking about herbs and oils. So I do know that many will be. And what oil is good for indigestion?
Peppermint.
Peppermint. But we also have Digest Zen.
Digest Zen, yes.
So I'm having really good luck with the Digest, and I like it. So there's a lot of different things there. What about gout? I don't know about that one, but I do know with gout, I had somebody use unflavored gelatin. You mix it and drink it real quick before it starts gelling. And they say whatever is in the unflavored gelatin will put, is it uric acid back in your system? I think it's uric acid back into your system.
Let me let some questions get by here. I need to back up here just a minute. We've gone way over our time. Does covers over my raised beds move me up a zone, or how much sooner can I put out my plants? If you have covers, you can plant somewhat earlier, but you still have to realize you still got to provide some warmth for them.
Rosemary Gladstone's book, yeah, Tamara, that is one that a lot of people use too.
Let's see here.
Constant heartburn. I would think the digestion.
You can do digestion, peppermint. If you have constant heartburn, you can do apple cider vinegar with the mother in it.
Quarter teaspoon of baking soda helps settle the stomach.
Yep.
Baking soda. That's one of those I'm gonna say prep baking soda. Just saying. Get some
BM Kids 3. It will help you to get planted earlier, like I said before. It will help.
Yes, Cindy is right. It is not Jello gelatin. Do not use Jello gelatin. The gelatin that I'm talking about is the non-flavored that comes from beef. You want the non-flavored gelatin. Do not get Jello brand or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. So.
Okay, guys, we are.
That is what, some of the things that we were going to talk about. I'm thinking we kind of covered some of it anyway.
Let's see here.
Yes, Jen is saying pounds and pounds of baking soda. We've had a lot of people asked about different things with washing soaps, because washing clothes is one of those things. If you're used to washing clothes in a washing machine and throwing them in a dryer, washing clothes is going to get very, very different for you. Your priorities are going to change. You're going to wear those clothes several days before you even want to wash them, because you're going to hate washing clothes, having to wring them out and all this stuff. That's going to change. And unless you stocked up lots and lots of washing powder, you're going to need baking soda, because you can make your own cleaning agents out of baking soda. There's other things you can add into it, but guys, store up baking soda. It's like one of the #1 things that people overlook.
John Connor says, how hard is Brussels sprouts to grow? They're not hard to grow at all. They do better in colder climates than they do in warm climates. But there's a little bit of a process. When Brussels sprouts start forming on the stalk, you got to break that ear off and get it off and leave just the little sprouts growing up. Every time a sprout forms, you break the leaf off below it.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. We got to get off. We've been on over an hour and 15 minutes at least.
Yes. All right. 5-gallon bucket.
And a plunger is a good washer. That's true. That's true.
And most people don't even know what a plunger is.
They don't. But there's a special plunger made to wash clothes with. Most people don't know that either. So
you can check out a lot of Lehman's.
Yes, Lehman hardware.
Check Lehman's hardware.
Non-electric. Lehman's non-electric.
Yeah, check it out. All right.
Let's see here. All right. Baking soda Papa Truck, yes, is a good cure for colon cancer.
Yeah, nothing like Levi's dried on a clothesline. Yeah, you guys, you're going to have to learn how to hang out clothes. That's something that a lot of people I've seen don't even know how to hang out clothes. They just throw them over the line or whatever. If you want your clothes to look nice, there is a certain way to hang out clothes. And I guess one day I'll have to do a video on hanging out clothes.
Yeah, pants hang from the legs down.
Yes.
The waist goes to the bottom and don't go to the top.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that.
To have a nice, pretty line, if you have sheets and towels and washcloths, you start with the big stuff, then like the sheet, and then you go to your towels and you hang all your towels, then you hang all your washcloths. It looks neat, it looks clean, and they dry. And when you go to take them off, it's so much easier to go through and get all your towels thrown over your shoulder and then collect all the washcloths in your hand. Then if you've got a towel and a washcloth and a towel and a washcloth, or 4 or 5 washcloths and another towel.
Yeah.
Putting everything in order helps. Just saying. Maybe I should do a video on that one day. Hanging clothes out.
Probably so. Anyway, we got to pray before we get off, and everybody go ahead and get a good night's rest.
Okay, we want to remember the churches.
Yes.
And the people that there was probably
What's
more
it? Oh,
damage.
okay, that's what you got right there.
Um,
Yeah. There's a
more
lot more
damage than
damage to a lot more places than just that.
yes, but that was one place we know.
Yeah.
Grizz said, pray for him because he has quit smoking and he's trying to stay busy.
Probably going through withdrawals a little bit.
Yeah, he's wanting to stay busy to
Yeah. But
okay.
Okay, yeah, you better stock up on some clothespins because you're probably gonna need them.
And clothesline.
And clothesline material.
And don't get this stuff at Walmart that stretches because you'll have your clothes on the ground before long. You need some good nylon string that for clotheslines.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and pray before we can get off and let everybody have a good night's rest. Okay. Father, we're so thankful that we was able to have a great chat tonight. It's been a blessing, Lord. We feel like when we can all sit down and we can enjoy one another's company, Father, it's almost like we've had a little bit of a church service. And it was very wonderful tonight to see the positive attitudes of a lot of people and to see how well people are prepared for things that's coming and the knowledge and the wisdom that they possess, Father. That's encouraging to us. And we know that you personally have raised up many people for many areas to help others out. And we pray that we can all be there when the time comes. And Lord, we think about all those tonight that there's been a lot of people that's lost loved ones pretty recently in their lives, Father, and there's a very void spot in their life. And I pray that you'll help them to fill that void place right now and help them to understand that life is not over. It's just changed and it's a little bit different. But life can be enjoyed again, Father, and give them that peace and understanding that they need now. And Father, I think about those that several of them on here tonight mentioned that they've had several different types of cancers. And Lord, I'm praying for healing for their bodies. I'm just praying that you'll reach down from heaven and that you'll touch their bodies and you'll make them whole again, Father, so that they'll be able to get up and do the things that they've always wanted to do and have peace and joy and contentment back in their life again, knowing that they've been healed. And Father, I've noticed that there's been some that's mentioned they had some financial troubles. Some had family that's been in the hospitals and been sick. And Father, I'm praying for healing for their bodies also. And I think about the condition that our country's in tonight. We have a shutdown in the government tonight, which could affect people's food benefits, not in the month of February, but more likely in the month of March, Father. I pray that this silly, childish games that they're playing can be dealt with and gotten over, and we can get back to doing business and get our country back on the right track instead of being a laughingstock for the world to look at and gawk over, Father. And Lord, I just want to thank you for just taking the time tonight to watch over us and to protect each and every one of us as it's your will, Father, that we might have an abundant life and to have it and just to have a lot of it, Father. We really appreciate just the simple fact that you care that much about us now. And thank you for watching over us through this day. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay.
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 Lou said she just lost her stepmom to keep her in prayer. We will, Lou.
We will, Lou. We definitely will.
Okay.
Ah.
So I think we've pretty much covered everything that probably not. We forget things, but
Yeah.
Guys, figure out what's most important to you guys and remember, if something happens, think ahead because there's little things that right now you take for granted, like washing dishes and using a dishwasher and a washer and a dryer and things like that.
Yeah.
Think about those things and what you would do without them. Think about your health and what you need to do to make sure your health is in good shape for longer periods of time. Mentally start preparing yourself for something that you really don't care about seeing, but make sure mentally that you think you can handle it. even though you may not handle it real well, if you mentally prepare yourself for
Yeah.
some things, then at least you'll get through it. And what else did you talk about?
Well, it's just good tonight to see that so many people are really on board.
Yes.
And are as prepared mentally and physically as they are. That's really encouraging.
Yes. And I see Pia was saying something about Hank. Yes, Hank was okay. He had a big nick on his ear where he must have got into either briars or in the fence. We don't have barbed wire back there anymore.
Nope.
It must have been a briar.
It was one of the big old bamboo briars. Yeah.
And he kept moving his head, so it was slinging it. And when I saw him, he had it all blood all over him. But he's okay. He's fine and dandy, running around doing what he wants to do. And everybody needs to stay safe in the snow and the ice, all this stuff, the cold weather.
All the cold weather that's coming, because we've got 8 days of freezing weather coming here, which is something that we haven't had in quite some time.
John Cooner says he doesn't want to lose his dishwasher. He can't live without her. That's us. I lost the dishwasher. I am the dishwasher now.
Yeah.
We did not replace it on purpose. So
yeah, we personally left it out.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we know you guys are reasonably prepared, and we thank you for coming and for joining us tonight.
And thank all of y'all for keeping Grizz in your prayers, because we always do. Because it's tough when you have a huge obstacle in your life like that you're trying to overcome. It's a stronghold, is what it is, and when you're trying to break a stronghold like that, it can be tough because sometimes you've even got to change your friends. Now that's the sad part about it. And
yeah.
But if you really and truly want to take care of yourself and you know that you need to, God will give you the strength to do it. But He didn't say it was going to be easy. And Grizz, we want you to know that we're behind you 100%. We stand with you. We pray for you. And, I thank God that you're making that step.
Yeah. All right, guys. We will talk to y'all later. And y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Stay warm.
Yes.